Hello, welcome back. We're doing another trade recap today. Booyah. It's been a minute since I've done one of these. I've been sick, and that put me off schedule. And then I went camping a bunch, and that put me off schedule. And I'm trying to get back into schedule. So here we are. We're doing these. Our bias today was bullish. Okay. Our bias had formed after London, so let's go to our 1 hour chart. Bias formed after London here, intermediate term low, inverse was bullish. And we got stopped in profit today, so that's what that yellow line is. After 9:30 open, I had made a previous entry. Why'd I do this? FOMO right here. But it was this trade. So it was a tap into this inverse fair value gap, and we had a market structure shift. But we had not swept an intermediate term low yet. And so this trade was not valid. I realized that and exited the position like there, I think. So last chance I got to exit, and I exited. Then we waited for an intermediate term low sweep, which was here. This was it. Low, lower low, higher low, intermediate term low, there. Swept itself, shot up, market structure shift. We entered on the second fair value gap here. Stop loss size was weird. I'm still working with this, but what I have decided, instead of waiting for a 2-to-1 to show up when I risk more. So on this trade, I risked 300 something. I'm supposed to be risking 250 and go to a 2-to-1. So when I risk 300, I'm just gonna take off at 500. Because I've realized with prop firms, you need a consistency rule, the ones I'm trading at least. And if you get a trade, if your highest trade is a little bit over 500, when you meet, your profit requirement, then you don't meet the consistency rule. The one I'm using is like 25% consistency rule, which is like very, very strict. And that's the instant funded with Tradeify. Yeah. But there's that. Pretty much we hit an intermediate term high here, and there was an intermediate term low here. So we just moved the stop loss up to the closest intermediate term low and got stopped in profit. It was about $100 profit today, plus what we got on my other funded account, which was double that, so $200, because I'm risking twice as much for the eval. That's it though. That's the trade we took today. And I also wanted to go over, I'm experimenting with another strategy. So this one is one of PB Trading strategies. I don't really know if it's the strategy he uses or just one he put on YouTube, but I've been backtesting that recently. It seems to be working decently well. So far, I haven't done a year yet, but it's been close to 6 months of testing. You pretty much look for like an open 1 hour. So this was an open 1 hour here that it hit. So our bias would be bearish from that. Then you look for a bearish 5 minute. There was one here, but it just ran right through it. But we have a bearish 5 minute here. If you go down to the 1 minute, This is after 12, so I probably wouldn't have taken this trade. But, hold on. Let's see. Oh. Yeah. Here, I'll mark out this 5 minute too, just to show you. Pretty much, as you can see with this 5 minute, it just like runs right through it. And it doesn't, you know what? No, never mind. No, actually this would have worked. Okay. So even though it ran right through the 5 minute, we can still use it. He uses a 1-to-1 method in an inverse model. So you take this 1 minute, oh, not 1 hour, 1 minute fair value gap. Support from the 1 hour, 5 minute confirmation. Once it goes up in the 5 minute, you're looking for a 1 minute reversal. So pretty much you're looking for an inverse of this 1 minute in this leg here. And so the entry would be here. And then you put the stop loss here, and then you would target a 1-to-1. So this trade would have worked. Just another recording of a different strategy. But if this strategy ends up being successful after I backtest it for a year, maybe more, I might end up switching to it because the win rate is like way higher. It's like 70+% compared to what I have now, which is like 50%. And what they don't tell you is that when you have a 50% win rate or lower win rate, it's kind of hard to do funded accounts. Like you can't risk as much. You have to risk a very minimal amount because when your win rate's lower, you go into more drawdown. You're going to go through more drawdown, and so you're more likely to blow accounts. And it also, when you have a lower win rate, when you make a mistake, it's a lot less forgiving. You know, if you miss a day where you could be in profit, it's not good for your win rate, you know? Or if you have a day where you make a mistake, it's going to kill your win rate. Because the way this strategy works right now, I don't risk as much, but when on the trades I do make, it's a lot more. It's a 2-to-1. And there have been days where I just make bad mistakes, and it's caused me to fail fundeds compared to if I had a 70% win rate, I would have a lot more room for error when it comes to trading. So I'm thinking about switching to this strategy once I backtest it more. But that's kind of what I've been doing. I was sick like over Christmas, and then multiple weeks after that, I've just been recovery and camping and not being here. And then going up to now, I've just been backtesting and low-key lazy. So hopefully this will be the start of the snowball for me to continue recording my trades. I also forgot to mention today is January 20th, 2026. Forgot to mention that. But yeah, this is the trade recap of the strategy I'm using right now, the live trading with. May change. I don't know. I'll let you know. But that's it. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I gave y'all some valuable information. I know these videos aren't very like well produced or structured. I'm kind of just like on here rambling, but I'd like to say I have a decent amount of knowledge and experience. I mean, I've been doing this for 3 years. I think it's been 3 years now. So yeah, like, subscribe, comment, and have a good day or night wherever you are watching this.